Right, good day, everybody. Welcome to Beyond the Test Drive. We're thrilled today to be at the Washington, D.C. Auto Show. Usually this is kind of a show to kick off the year, and we like to attend it. I usually walk by Lexus. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to Lexus, but not this year because the all-new GX is out. And I am joined by Jake Maynard. Really happy to have him with me today to help me walk around this Lexus because Jake Maynard, he's over on Gas Guzzlers.
I'm gonna floor it because we gotta do that. Here we go. And the power kicks in a couple thousand RPM into it. There it is. There's the power. Wow.
And I highly recommend you guys check out Gas Guzzlers because of two things. Number one is Jake and Colin, they study. You guys do your research and you're enthusiastic, and I love that. And number two, the other reason why you should subscribe over there on Gas Guzzlers is these guys are good human beings, and I like that. So anyway, let's jump into this Lexus. This is all new for 2024. What do you think about the styling?
I'm gonna say at first I thought this got beat with the ugly stick, but after seeing it here in person, I mean, I actually really like it. I mean, especially compared to the outgoing GX, I think this is a really unique blocky design. I think that it's really bringing back that off-roader aesthetic from the 80s, the 90s. I think it's awesome. What about you?
Yeah, like I said, I usually walk by Lexus. Lexus is not a brand that I know they're awesome, but this is a car, when I saw it, I go, I have no need for that, but I think I want it because I think this all kicked off with, I think Land Rover when they did that Defender a couple years back.
Yeah.
This is in now, and I think they have hit a home run. Again, seeing it in photos and see it in person, it's just styled right because it's not overdone.
Yeah, and you know, part of the styling too, the reason this can be so off-road and rugged, look to your right there, that's the new TX. That's their new 3-row SUV. And I was talking to Lexus, and Lexus basically said this: hey, we used to have to consider a full family when we were designing the GX. This was a 3-row SUV we had, but now that they have that dedicated family 3-row SUV in the TX, the GX can be a true dedicated off-roader. That means they can go out there a little more with the styling. It means they can splurge a little more on the off-road goodies like we have on this Overtrail, things like that.
Exactly. And the other thing is, Toyota in general is, with all the move to EVs, Toyota's been dragging their feet a little bit. They've been saying, look, we have plug-in hybrids, we have hybrids. We're gonna go slow on EVs, and they know there's just a huge desire for SUVs, and they just keep bringing them out one after another. They got the all-new Tacoma this year. They got the all-new Land Cruiser, which we're gonna go over and check out in a second and compare in size to this one. And then they brought out the all-new GX. So I think they are filling a need, and they're just hitting it out of the park, if you ask me. So let's dive into the mechanicals on this one. Can we pop the hood? I think we can.
Give it a go. Alrighty. Behold.
This twin turbo V6. I don't know the numbers. I think it's 300 and some horsepower.
Sounds about right.
I'll put the numbers up here. 400 and some pound-feet of torque. Not impressive horsepower numbers, but those torque numbers are going to get this. This thing's a porker, 5,500 pounds or something like that. So this is a real truck, but they did not put the 2.4 turbo that you're gonna see in the Land Cruiser over there. I haven't driven this, but I can guarantee you this is a sweetheart of an engine.
Yeah, and we have the hybrid coming later. I don't know if the details have been announced on that, but we will get a hybrid option here. And those Toyota, like the V8s this replaces, they never were the top of class in terms of power and whatnot, but people love them because where you're taking this thing, you don't want to be let down.
Yeah, that V8 and the outgoing GX is legendary. Also very heavy on gas. I'll put the fuel consumption of this one up there. It's not a whole lot better, but like you said, that hybrid is coming. 10-speed transmission. I think this is the, what trim level is this one?
Overtrail.
This is the Overtrail trim. Yeah. This is the one you want because it does have all the goodies for really doing off-roading. I think it has the rear locking differential. It has an adjustable suspension. Also to give you some more capability, so that's pretty good also. And what are the other trims? I think we got the Premium, Premium Plus, Overtrail, Overtrail Plus, and Luxury.
Luxury, okay.
Yeah. So starting in the 60s, running all the way up into the 80s.
This one is 71. Yeah, and one of the ways this is an Overtrail is looking from the side. This has those big 33-inch off-road tires.
Right. 18-inch wheels, nice tall sidewalls. This is the one I want. Like I said, I have no need for this vehicle. We can open the glass here with this button. I don't know if this is a mistake or not, but they all come 3-row other than the Overtrail. The Overtrail, they take that 3rd row seat out. I don't know if you remember the outgoing Land Cruiser with its flip down seats in the back. That was cool. I don't know if anybody ever really used a 3rd row, so maybe that's what they're thinking here. They're thinking if you need a 3rd row, you're most likely going to go over there to the TX, but you can get it in the base trim and the luxury trim, just not in the Overtrail, which I think is pretty interesting. What
I'm noticing here, though, is we were talking about where this is going to be driven. This is going to be driven in Vail. Vail, Colorado. This thing is going to be all over Vail, Colorado. There's no ski pass-through. Yeah. No middle folding seat. That's true. On a car, it's going to be, I guess you'll have your $10,000 Thule, carbon fiber Thule on top.
Right. Well, this will be an accessory piece for a lot of folks. I really do think that's the one the families are going to get. This is either for the serious off-roader or that person who just wants to look stylish, because you're going to see this in Vail, Aspen. You're going to also see it roaming around Florida and in Hollywood. So
and here in the DMV.
Exactly right. But you can get a 3rd row back there, but this one does not have that. Let's hop on the inside. Got the nice step. Ooh, it's a little dark in here. Nice big screen here. You know, I've never been one for Lexus interiors. This one doesn't exactly wow me too much, but I'm sure it's built well. I'm sure it's functional. Very small, kind of Jeep-like windshield. I'm noticing that right there. This one has just a regular old sunroof, but you can kind of sit here and know that this is going to be a serious off-roader capability. Yeah, I don't know much about Lexus as far as their infotainment systems. I know they've gone to this big format screen. You got your drive mode select down here for all your different off-road modes. You do have a crawl mode, which is good. You do have tow. Like I said, these things can tow a lot.
8,000 pounds.
8,000 pounds. You got your 4 high, your 4 low right here. Locking center differential. Yeah, this is the real deal. A little bit of storage right here. Oh, this has the cool box. If you want to keep your drinks a little cold, little shelf there. Yeah, this is you can tell this is a serious machine. Let's hop in the back seat real fast.
Yeah, and you know, it's interesting you mentioned how small the windshield is, because Lexus actually makes a big deal about visibility on this truck. They said they moved the A-pillar, and they also put in some effort into lowering the dash there to improve visibility. So I wonder how bad it was before that, if this is the improved state.
It was probably FJ Cruiser-like.
Look at this. This is kind of unusual. This green felt trim.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Yeah, everything feels pretty good. Back here, you do have a big center hump. Obviously, this is a truck. And yeah, so not too bad. You know, just average leg room. I wouldn't call this. Again, it's the TX.
Yeah.
The TX over there is what you're going to want for some practicality. All right. Anything else about the interior, Jake? Anything else that Lexus revealed to you when you were studying this?
Yeah, they were very proud of their full digital gauge cluster.
Yeah.
I will say it is really neat the way they've worked it out. It's basically fully modular, and it's kind of a drag and drop block system.
Okay.
So you can customize which blocks you want showing in your digital gauge cluster. And again, right, Lexus has kind of behind the curve, or was behind the curve on the digital gauge cluster thing. For the longest time, you were stuck with those monochrome kind of 4-inch displays in Toyota products. No more. They have joined up, and I would say actually in many ways exceeded the rest of the field in that regard.
Very nice, very nice. All right, now if you do put these seats down, I don't know where they go, right here.
Around the back?
Yeah. This is very old Land Cruiser-like, so you do have a little bit of a downslope here, but that gives you plenty of room if you want to hang out in the back. Not sure you can sleep back here, but you can put a tent off the back.
You could sleep back here. Let's give it a try. So because I get asked usually in videos, I am even 6.
Even 6?
Yeah, you know what?
Yep, you could do it.
You could do it.
You could do it when you're out in the Rockies. I don't think these are going to be easy to get. I think these are going to be, I think they're going to sell like hotcakes.
Oh, yeah. Might be easier to get than the Land Cruiser, though.
It might be easy. Let's go check out the Land Cruiser. Let's take a walk.
When you said this was smaller, at first they look so similar. I didn't believe you. I was like, no, they gotta be basically the same rebadge platform, but this is
like 6 to 7 inches.
Yeah.
No rear seat option at all. I mean, it looks awesome.
Now, I'm interested how wide it is, because the GX got 4 inches wider for the new generation. I'm interested because this looks also significantly thinner.
This one does have the 2.4 turbo hybrid max, power max, so very equivalent numbers to the turbo V6, which is interesting. What's really going to be interesting is the fuel economy of this, because they use that 2.4 turbo hybrid in the new Grand Highlander, and it does really well compared to a lot of competition. And what's interesting to me, Jake, is what are they going to do with the 4Runner next year? Because that one's coming out. We've heard rumors in 25, built on the same platform. How are they going to differentiate the 4Runner from the new Land Cruiser?
My guess would be we see the 4Runner get watered down a little bit, to make room.
Maybe going a little bit more compact, but these are going to be selling like hotcakes too. You can get the GX now, it's coming out, and when these exactly hit the road or hit the sales, you'll have to visit your Toyota dealer and beg and lay down some cash.
Be ready to pay $10K over MSRP. Be ready to fight the scalpers. But boy, you get a sick truck if you make it work. Right.
All right, well, this has been a lot of fun. Thanks for helping me out today.
Yeah, keep it locked, folks, to be on the test drive. Get ready to see. We'll have some driving videos, I'm sure, coming out later this year. Keep it locked for the rallies, for the future auto shows coming around this year. It's a big year for off-roading.
Exactly. All right, well, thank you, Jake, and thank you all for doing this walk around of some hot new Toyota and Lexus products, and we'll see you in the next video, and have a great day, morning or evening, wherever you may be.